What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So I'm not gonna lie to you all, it's currently dry as hell out there. I swear to god there's nothing in terms of news going on. For the last 4 days I've been looking, trying to find something, but I just couldn't. Maybe apart from some Nintendo Switch news, but we all know I'm kind of done with that, you know. I think I've pretty much said everything I needed to say about the Switch at the moment. But yeah, let me know quickly in the comments if there are some video topics you would like me to talk about, because I could really use some inspiration at the moment. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Now with that being said, I did find an interesting article today because Naughty Dog had an interview with the official PlayStation magazine about Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and they said some interesting things, you know, some that were definitely repeated, I guess, from the PSX panel. So nonetheless, I thought it was worth sharing, you know. So yeah, let's simply read exactly what they said. They talked about both the characters and also the setting, and then I wanted to give my quick thoughts on that. So yeah, speaking with Kurt Margenau, who's one of the game directors currently for The Lost Legacy, he says the idea of the chemistry of Nadine and Chloe together, it gets the gears turning, and it's exciting to think about the prospects of where that relationship could go. The developer added that it wanted The Lost Legacy heroine Chloe, my bad, to have her own personality, distinct from series protagonist Nathan Drake, and that it had rethought and recaptured a lot of animations as well as a fighting style, which includes all different melee moves. So I don't think there's a lot of really, like, you know, things in there that we didn't know about yet. I do find it very interesting how exactly Nadine and Chloe are gonna meet each other, and if they know about, you know, each other's history with Drake and stuff. My assumption is no, they don't know that, and I think that the way they're gonna get together in the game is gonna be somewhat, you know, just by accident, I guess, or by luck in that way. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see pretty much for that. And also the melee moves, the fighting style, you know, we already saw in Uncharted 4 that Naughty Dog had this kind of dual combo fighting system in there, where sometimes if you're trying to take out an enemy with melee, you'll have Sam helping you out, or Sully at the same time as well, you know, to kind of create these cool combo moves together. And I think they're gonna focus even more on that with this one. Of course, Chloe is gonna have a complete own new melee moves in The Lost Legacy. We already saw that in the gameplay demo as well, right at the end when she's fighting those guys together with Nadine. Moving on, Sean Askake, one of the other game directors, stated it will be tonally different, but in the same context of the Uncharted world. India's got really nice iconography, hidden temples, and weird deities we can play off of, so it's a perfect setting for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Game director Kurt Margenau added that the core gameplay will also be a bit of a departure from Uncharted 4, stating, I would say we're going a little more wide this time. I don't want to give too much away, but it's something we're excited about on the gameplay side. This kind of contrast of an urban setting and a rural setting, a tighter experience and a more open experience. Askake also explained why the title is being released as a standalone story expansion rather than simply a piece of downloadable content for Uncharted 4. He says it started as DLC, but we couldn't find, well, we needed a longer time for the story to develop, and now I would say it's a story expansion. That's how we're terming it. So, I gotta say, I don't know if I'm a little concerned about this or something, but I will say about Uncharted 4 that the more open areas in that game were actually some of the least exciting parts for me personally. I really liked the parts where it just stayed linear and it accepted that. You know, I've been talking about that so often now already that I'm kind of done with the whole open world formula, and that there's nothing, you know, wrong with being a linear game in my opinion, and Uncharted always accepted that up to kind of like, I would say, Uncharted 4, where they really did have these more open areas in some parts of the game. And I think, you know, while I get that they want to do it, at the same time it's also not really necessary, I feel, because yeah, if I do look at you know, Chapter 10, Madagascar, right, and Uncharted 4, yeah, easily probably my least favorite chapter, and also some of the driving parts later on, just, I don't know if they were really, like, necessary in that way. And at the same time, you know, what he was talking about there with the DLC and the fact that they've now decided to make it an expansion, we already kind of, you know, found out about that, because yes, this was supposed to be an Uncharted 4 DLC, but now apparently they needed more time to work on it. That's why it still doesn't have a release date, and it's coming out sometime later in 2017. I think that's exciting, because I once again predict that it's going to be around, you know, 4 or 5 hours of length, and that's very cool, because, you know, Left Behind was only maybe 1.5 or 2 hours, I think. So the fact that this expansion, what they're calling it, is actually going to be bigger than that and be something to really look forward to, that they're also making standalone and producing on disc, a very exciting thought. We're getting a mini kind of Uncharted game rather than just a DLC, so I'm very happy with that. So with that being said, I've pretty much talked about it all. I I recently realized that I've never really brought this up, but next to the subscription on YouTube, you will actually see this little bell icon, which you can press. I would highly advise you to do that, because then actually you join the notification squad and you actually get updates whenever I upload a video. Just want to put that out there for those of you who want to, you know immediately when I'm uploading a new video. If you hit the little bell, you get notifications on your mobile phone every time I upload. So yeah, make sure to do that. And then for now, I would like to know your thoughts about Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, of course. How much are you looking forward to it? What do you think about the whole thing of it being more wide, you know, in some areas? And then with that being said, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.